Hello there, welcome you guys. Power here from G.P.Airsoft, your fourth favorite GBBR channel. Okay, today we have a very special review, and it is the KWA GBBR KCR AKG. Alright, a lot of letters there, but it is a nice gun. I know you guys hate KWA, I know you have your reasons, I understand them, but yes, we're gonna have a review anyway. Also, one disclaimer, this gun is used, so this is a review based on an used gun, so take my words with a grain of salt. As far as I'm concerned, there's not a real counterpart for this gun, and the actual gun, well, I'm gonna show you guys. The company that made this gun is called Krebs Custom, and they made the almost exact replica that I have in my hands, that it is the KTR03S. So it's basically this gun. It is exactly the same, except that this gun is clearly on 7.62 and mine is in 5.45. And something that I wanted to point out that always bothered me on this custom and finding out that there is a real steel version is that the gas tube on this gun is exposed. And I don't think that's good, because this part really gets hot. And I find myself playing with this gun, and often I put my thumb over the gas tube, and this wouldn't be very good. And almost every, or basically every other gun that I know of has the gas tube protected by the hand guard that's supposed to protect your hand, to guard your hand. So this is a little odd design. I don't know why it was done like that, but yes, it's what we have. So let's get to the review. Okay, first things first, the magazine. So you have a little lever in front of your trigger. Rock the magazine forward and just take it off. To put it back, you put the front in and just rock and lock it back. In this gun specifically, I have a little piece right here that helps me to reload this gun with my index finger or my middle finger of my trigger hand. So the selector switch is on the right side. You have all the way up to the top for safe, in the middle to fully automatic, and at the bottom for semi-automatic. This gun specifically has another selector on the left side of the gun that is accessible by your thumb if you are right-handed. So all the way back is safe, in the middle is automatic, and on the bottom semi-automatic, and you can select it easily like that, just like a Galil. The stock on this gun is an M4 style stock. You can use whatever M4 stock you want, because this is just an M4 tube on an AK. Okay, so the hop up on this gun, there's a little wheel right on top of the start of your barrel, and you can adjust it by rotating that to one side or the other. But one thing that I gotta say is that this gun it wasn't very consistent. Even though I got this gun used, I got 3 other KWA AKs used, and all of them were not very good hop up wise. So take my words with a grain of salt, because this gun is used. I got it used. I don't know how a new one performed, but iron sights. You got iron sights on this gun. Is fairly like an M4 style iron sights. You have adjustment on the right side. You have 2 different apertures. The front sight is completely fixed. You have adjustment for elevation on it, and the side picture is this. Okay, this gun specifically have 3 Picatinny rails on the front, one on each side and one at the bottom. And in the dust cover of this gun, you also have a rail that you can attach whatever aiming device that you want, but it is not that fixed. So I wouldn't recommend you use it. Okay, so to disassemble this gun, you press this pin on the back and you open the gun, and the gun works without dust covered, and it's quite nice to look. So here you can see why this gun is short stroke, because of this part right here. You cannot go further than that. And I also thought, as you are thinking right now, just chop that thing off and you can put it all the way back. Nope. If you go past a certain point, it doesn't go back unless you push the nozzle through, back, and then forward. So even if you took that piece out, this gun would not work like a full travel AK. So to take the bolt off, you gotta push the nozzle through again and just pull it up make sure the nozzle is completely through to the end. Just pull it up and take it out. From here you can take these 5 screws here to get access to your nozzle and lower the FPS or fuck with the FPS or do something, whatever maintenance you may need. As I'm here and missing this part right here, the main seal of this gun. Another reason why I'm not chronoing it, because this gun is already lowered the FPS, and I have a complete video on it that you can see, complete disassemble of the nozzle, and I'm gonna leave the link on the description and on the top on the card right now. Okay, to put the gun back, just put the gas tube in place, then you line the rails back, just a little extra love so it goes into place, and you can put it back in. Then just put the recoil spring back and your gun is completely back together almost. Last part missing, it is the dust cover. As I said, you can run this gun without it, but let's leave it. Okay, the worst thing about this gun is actually the magazine. I don't like it very much, although it's very heavy and I love that. But you press it on the bottom right here, it releases a key. This key is supposed to be used to change from dry fire mode to not allow that, or to allow the gun to dry fire. You just put it on this wheel on the right side, and then you can change positions from dry fire and not dry fire. And basically what that does, it's lower the follower a little bit, and this is just bad because this gun stops like the MP5 VFC MP5. Basically the nozzle runs to the follower and it just rams there, and the follower keeps the gun from closing, keeping you from firing again. But this fucks with your nozzle, and as you guys can see right here, mine is actually not currently working. The gun's supposed to stop like this, but my follower is just shot and it doesn't work anymore unless you put it very gently, which the gun does not do when it's firing. So you don't know with this magazine if your gun is empty or not, because the gun will not be that gentle. So I don't like this method of stopping the gun on empty. Basically this gun works correctly ish. When the gun stops, the hammer only drops when the bolt goes back to battery, and it's not supposed to happen like that. The hammer is supposed to drop, but this gun actually does it correctly. You click on the last shot, you just click and the gun stops. It does what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't do what it's supposed to do how it is supposed to do. So yes, I'm not very fan of that. Okay, to change magazines on this gun is fairly easy. It's not the easiest. The magazine goes in place fairly easy with the dominant hand, with the off hand, whatever hand you want to use, it goes okay in. So to sum up, this gun is a very good gun. It's a very heavy gun. I like it very much. The main thing that I have against it is the hop up that is not very great, and the stop on empty method, and I'm not a very big fan of that. But it's still a very nice gun, a very heavy gun, and I wouldn't sell it. People wanted to buy this, but I didn't want to sell it. So I hope this video helped you. Leave a like and subscribe. Well, guess I can catch you on the next one.